Clenzair offers state-of-the-art NPBI air purification. It has been proven to eliminate 99.9% of COVID-19 viruses and bacteria, as well as eliminating other pathogens, odours and mould. Designed to run 24/7, it sanitises both the air and surfaces, even cleaning the germs in a sneeze mid-air. With no ozone or byproducts produced, it is completely safe to use within any building setting. We joined their team to discuss the importance of indoor air quality and the difference this technology can make. Why should businesses invest in improving indoor air quality in the post-COVID-19 workplace?
The argument for investment in indoor air quality is a very straightforward one. Quite simply, we don't want to go backwards. We all suffered collectively and in very different ways the lockdowns of the last 12 to 18 months, and 2020 taught us a lot of valuable lessons. It taught us that airborne pathogens could easily be spread through crowded environments, and the only way of effectively slowing that down and keeping society running is by reducing transmission. Now, we've got a vaccine program that's given us a real layer of security and protection, but it's only complemented by the slowing of transmission. And now that we're going to be opening up on July the 19th, we're really going to see and we're really going to test how that looks. Now, needle point bipolar ionisation is an incredibly effective technology, and it eliminates all airborne pathogens, from air and surfaces instantly, including SARS-2, COVID-19, norovirus, MRSA, common cold, etc., in a way that, quite frankly, nothing else does. So, from a corporate governance perspective, employers are going to have a lot of employees returning to the workplace imminently, some of who are going to be very nervous. And if they can demonstrate that they've taken all steps to ensure that the indoor spaces have the highest quality indoor air as possible, then the employers are going to feel safer, happier, more productive, and the business is going to be more profitable, and society can get back up to speed more quickly. It's a future-proofing exercise. We used to consume music through a Walkman in the 80s. I'm old enough to remember that, and so we wouldn't do that anymore. We listen to it through our phones. Technology moves us forward, and the technology now, after the lessons that we learnt in 2020, is available to ensure that transmission from indoor air spaces, which, bearing in mind, we spend 80% of our time indoors, so that indoor air spaces are absolutely key. The technology exists to eliminate transmission from those spaces, and unlike some of the other alternatives in this market space, it's not reliant on dragging viruses across rooms which could infect people into a corner and get them into a filter to neutralise it. This just deals with the virus wherever it is, on surfaces and or in air, instantly, as long as the room's up to the right ion concentration. So, why is investment in indoor air quality, improved indoor air quality, important now? Because it means that we don't all have to go backwards and endure another 2020.
What are the key benefits of the Clenzair system?
So there are many benefits to the Clenzair system. Obviously, a massive one is that it kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria in the air and on surfaces. Not only this, it eliminates odours and mould. A massive thing that sets us apart from competitors and the products on the market is that our product has been tested on a live strain of SARS-CoV-2, which is the COVID-19 causing pathogen. So when we say it kills COVID-19, it really does. It's not only been tested on COVID-19, it's been tested on a whole host of other viruses and bacteria, such as like MRSA, C. diff, and loads of others. So when we say it kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, it really does. This itself isn't the only thing that's been widely tested. The technology itself has also been really widely tested. So needle point bipolar ionisation itself, so how it works and everything, that has also been really looked into, not only here in the UK, but also in the US. And loads of other places, and there's a lot of independent laboratories that have done research. So all the benefits and all the claims that Clenzair can do are really backed up by a lot of data. Such as it produces no ozone, it's completely safe to use while people are present, and the list goes on. But all of this is really backed up by a lot of independent searches and research that has been done. it's been a massive success in the US. It's been rolled out by lots of school districts, it's in the White House, Google, Microsoft headquarters. So it's really, really a massive success in the US. So I think the UK market will only follow suit. Another massive benefit that we have found when speaking to customers is that they love the fact that a lot of the time no additional infrastructure is required. So if you have existing AC systems in place, we have a product that can fit into your AC system, and the irons are distributed via your AC system. So obviously it's minimal disruption, minimal work downtime. So there's that. Only this is there is no maintenance costs involved. Once you've installed it, because there's no filters or anything like traditional products, there's no maintenance. So it's obviously time and cost saving. It also comes with a 5-year warranty. So all of these combined factors really put our customers' mind at rest.
How does Clenzair differ from traditional filtration systems?
So the key difference with Clenzair and traditional filtration systems is what we call active versus passive air purification. So Clenzair is an active form of air purification. The ions that are created via needlepoint bipolar ionisation are distributed, and these ions actively search for the unwanted particles in the room. So under desks, on top of surfaces, and they're distributed throughout the whole room. And then these ions eliminate the odours, mould, viruses, bacteria that way. Whereas filtration systems are a passive form of air purification, so they're static. So they will only eliminate the unwanted particles that get pushed through the filter. Obviously the main disadvantage of this is it's very difficult to make sure all the air in a room has been pushed through the filter. So with the Clenzair, with the active form of air purification, you have a lot more peace of mind, a lot more security that all the air in the room has benefited from the air purification system that you have installed. When you look at the differences, cost comes into it. With Clenzair, there aren't any ongoing costs. Once you've installed it, it comes with a 5-year warranty, and there's no ongoing maintenance. With traditional filtration systems, you have to make sure that the filters are regularly changed. If the filters aren't regularly changed, they don't work to their optimum, and things like that. When speaking to customers, another massive factor that has come into it is the design front. Clenzair is very sleek. It can be very discreet. Obviously, you can have the Arius fans which are installed in the ceiling, or you can have, the AC units which you can't see. Whereas with filters, they're usually quite big units. So when we've gone in to say to install it into dentist practices, they really like the fact that it's such a sleek thing that a lot of the time, if you don't want to, you don't actually have to have a big unit in the room. So that's another massive difference and a massive benefit.
What buildings have implemented your technology, and how has it helped?
Okay, some examples of clients that are currently using Clenzair. Butlins have installed their sites with needlepoint bipolar ionisation. They wanted to ensure that their returning visitors and their clients were going to have the safest indoor spaces available to them. Broxbourne Council, big gym refit, Laura Trott Centre, they've installed Clenzair to ensure that their members are receiving the very highest indoor air quality spaces available in the fitness space. Dentists, care homes, service station restrooms, Sunseeker, they're offering it to their clients on the yachts that they're building. Dubai, we're doing lots of work in hotels, malls, restrooms again. Qatar, we're working with them on some of the projects that are around the Olympics next year. We've got a big project of 20,000 residents up in Newcastle who were suffering from hydrogen sulfide poisoning. And over the last 5 years, they've tried every ventilation air purification product available, and nothing has helped. The outside space, they're right next door to a landfill site. The outside space has been awful and continues to be. but they've tried everything as an interim measure to find a solution that could help with the indoor situation. Nothing's worked. Within 24 hours of installing needlepoint bipolar ionisation via Clenzair, one of the residents emailed me and said, "You've changed my life. Inside it's as fresh as a daisy, outside is still terrible." It gets rid of the smell, the odours from the hydrogen sulfide odours, which are rotten eggs, from clothes, from carpets, from the children's toys. There are health benefits. Some of the vulnerable children up there with respiratory conditions, it has been said that the technology is helping them breathe better. It's got so many applications for improved indoor air quality. That led me to thinking that the problem that we've got with some of our schools, especially inner city ones on pollution, the indoor air quality is not good enough, and there's too much nitrogen dioxide, which causes children in those classrooms to suffer stunted lung growth, which obviously has much further reaching future health problems. So we're working with UK Asthma, British Lung Foundation, and lots of inner city schools to ensure that we reduce the nitrogen dioxide in the classrooms and give healthier, safer, cleaner indoor air spaces. We can't, as I always say, we can't do anything about the outside pollution, but we can certainly work with the indoor spaces. So the technology over the last year has been shown to obviously effectively work on COVID-19, which has been at the forefront of lots of our minds. But it's also grown into lots of other areas that we didn't originally anticipate. But as a overall, as a product, as a technology, needlepoint bipolar ionisation seems to stand alone in this space.